Hi, my name is Adnan Khwaja. I'm founder and CEO of Ideas Centricity, which is a social enterprise working on improving livelihoods of low-income workers, including rickshaw drivers, and using mobile phone technology as a means of an enabling technology. And we've launched a rickshaw hailing service called Get Rixi, and we're operating in Lahore and Karachi, and we have the largest network of three-wheelers in our fleet. And we've also launched creative advertising on three-wheelers, which is called Rixi ads, and we've done some great projects with the Ingro Foods, Unilever, Mondelez, and Coca-Cola. Rixi has the largest fleet available in three-wheelers, and we are extremely price competitive as compared to any other on-demand transportation medium. And we have a culture of providing beyond what normal customer service would entail. So we try to think about how the customer can be facilitated when he reaches to a particular point. So our vision is that transportation would eventually only become a means to do something, and the other thing that he wants to do when he reaches a particular spot, we want to be facilitating customers on that end as well. So the third thing that always has helped us and has given us an edge over other people who are trying to implement similar ideas is innovation. So when there was no model, I wasn't familiar with Uber back then when I started working on this idea, and so we worked on that end, and then we moved into innovation on creating an advertising space which is sellable to larger brands on rickshaws. Otherwise, these brands wouldn't usually want to associate themselves with rickshaws. So we are always going to be ahead of other competitors in terms of innovation, and we are actually aligned on the paradigm, and we are aligned on the vision that this needs to be helping customers when they reach to a particular spot. So through the app that they place an order for a ride, they can also do multiple other things. So one thing which has helped us create a larger footprint and a bigger fleet size is that we've dumbed down the technology so that it can be used on inexpensive mobile phones, and we don't have to create a lot of we don't have to spend too much on educating the rickshaw drivers. So our so it's SMS based, and it's voice call based. We're automating the voice call part as well. The SMS part is already automated. So a rickshaw driver only needs to send an SMS through his mobile phone to a shortcode, and then he is sent a message to ask his consent to become part of our network. Once he gives us the consent, he is then regularly tracked based on his location, and then alerted whenever there is a requirement in his vicinity. This is something that keeps our cost low, because we can't spend too much on giving out handsets or expect them to upgrade their phones by themselves, because this will not happen anytime soon. It will happen eventually, and we're prepared for that as well. But the thing is, in the middle, this is something which we are using, and it's helping us quite a lot, and it's giving us an edge over the other competing transportation companies as well. Well, we are looking at brilliant prospects right now. We've started, so in the first 3 years of the startup, I had been very focused, not entertaining too many ideas back then. That helped us quite in one way to remain focused and refine the business model that we have, and think of ways of making it work. But it had its limitations, because, like I said, we couldn't do much with our own resources, with our own savings. So we have now come up with very interesting business models that has allowed us to pair up with and to create alliances with the with companies, with organizations, with entities, individuals. That has given us an invisible power to scale this up. Not in just Pakistan, but there are prospects to scale it in other countries as well. So this is what we have discovered, that and it's because of looking out for ideas and opportunities and not just shutting it down like I used to do in the earlier days, because I thought I need to focus more on just building this up. But to build that up, I needed more building blocks, and those building blocks weren't easy to get. Now we've discovered how we can get ahead despite all those constraints by just leveraging the business model in a way that it aligns with the goals and interests of larger entities that are thinking of pairing up with us, making use of some part that we are doing and benefiting out of it, and at the same time we leverage their resources and muscle to get ahead in our space. Advertising in a little way is something on those lines, but there are other things that we've planned out, and pretty soon we would be announcing what we. So it's in an initial stage. Some of them we've already finalized, but it's going to take a few months before people start finding out what we're up to. Well, I think it's one thing I would like to share with fellow entrepreneurs, especially startups who are still struggling. I've realized that people don't get as much credit, especially these entrepreneurs and startups don't get as much credit for staying in there, for trying to see the light in their effort and their struggle. So I'd like to give them a message that you need to have a thick hide and don't listen to everyone who's giving you advice or is giving you feedback. Listen to sage advice. That's a given, and you always have to remain nimble, pivot, try to think out of the box, try to think other things that can make your business model work, and don't give up.